Last year, the number of internet users worldwide hit a staggering 5.3 billion. That's right, you could virtually high-five 2/3 of the world's population without leaving your couch. But then, flip the coin. What if you were a supervillain, rather than the regular Einstein that you obviously are? Oh, the things you could do. And that's exactly why the internet is like a candy store for fraudsters and all-around no-goodniks. These folks invaded the privacy of an alarming 422 million Americans in 2022 alone. I'm not bringing up these stats to give you the heebie-jeebies or to encourage you to lock your devices in a safe and drop them in the Mariana Trench. You can do that, sure, but what's the alternative? Move to a cabin in the woods? Channel your inner Ron Swanson from Parks and Recreation? Hold your horses, I won't let you flee into the wilderness just yet. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to lay all of my cybersecurity cards on the table. Every single one of them. And guess what? I pulled in a few favors and I got 3 of my buddies who are cybersecurity gurus to share their most unusual tricks to stay safe online. Before we jump in, take a look at the description to see the best way to get protected. I'll keep that fresh for you. Anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet, so watch your words. Your full name, email, phone number, your hamster's full government name, or even embarrassing stories from a date gone wrong. All are fair game. Everything can be copied, shared, or worse, twisted faster than a pretzel at a bake-off. I'm not saying become a digital ghost, but unless your career depends on being an internet sensation like the Kardashians or Instagram life coaches, try to keep things private. You see, security isn't just about building walls, it's about creating a healthy, secure environment. That hiker you met once on a trip 6 years ago doesn't need to keep up with the latest in your life. It's like letting a random tourist walk into your house because they were in the neighborhood once. No thanks, it's high time to weed out the weirdos. Remember, every person you let into your digital circle has the potential to impact your online safety. So keep that circle tight and exclusive. The internet is a wild party, and you're the bouncer of your own club. Keep it classy and keep it secure. Now, it's a running gag that password is the most common password out there. Yet every year, studies reveal that the most common password is, again, no prize for guessing because it's password. This tells you how some people treat online safety like a joke. Don't be one of them. Make strong, unique passwords for every account. Even if the website you're using isn't forcing you to, flex your creativity. And stop worrying about memorizing them. That's what password managers are for. And also, I can't stress this enough, turn on two-factor authentication. Now, ever wonder why your laptop pesters you with software updates? Because these annoying updates are like your device's health checkup. With hackers evolving faster than a plot twist in a soap opera, tech companies patch vulnerabilities to protect you from these pro baddies. So next time an update pops up, don't snooze it. Embrace it. And it's not just about your devices. Every network you connect to can be an open door to hackers. So treat that Starbucks Wi-Fi like a sketchy alleyway. If you absolutely have to use public Wi-Fi or any unsecured network, promise me 2 things. First, use a VPN. Nord, ExpressVPN, whatever floats your boat. Or see if something you use already has one, like my identity theft protection solution, Aura, which has one built in. The Opera web browser also has one built in. Second, don't ever access your financial accounts on public Wi-Fi. Think you swear? But remember, even on a private network, scammers can still get you. They might pose as your bank, your credit card company, Amazon, the IRS, or any legit entity. It's called phishing, and it's about as enjoyable as stepping on a Lego. Always be skeptical of emails and messages asking for personal information. When in doubt, call the company and verify the email. Treat every link as a potential threat, whether it's from a company or your best friend. Trusting a link is what landed a bunch of Instagram users in a hacker's crosshairs lately. Phishing attempts have evolved to be ever more sophisticated, mimicking people you know. The trick is to make you lower your guard, thinking it's your friend Bob from accounting or your Aunt Martha inviting you to another cat sweater party. Don't fall for it. In fact, it was a well-executed phishing scheme that let hackers infiltrate Twitter in 2020. They posed as IT staff and fooled the employees into surrendering their login credentials. Next thing you know, tweets are flying out from Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Elon Musk, and Bill Gates' accounts promoting a Bitcoin scam. It just goes to show, even the big guns aren't immune. So the moral of the story? Trust no one online who asks for your personal info. Even if it's a website, ensure the URL begins with HTTPS. The S here stands for secure, and it isn't there just for show. And don't forget the lock symbol in the address bar. That's the bouncer of your digital world telling you it's safe to proceed. Lastly, be wary of email attachments. That funnycatvideo.exe might be a Trojan horse, unleashing chaos on your device. Think of them as those free snacks at the grocery store. You don't know who's touched them. When in doubt, don't download. There's enough funny cat videos on YouTube anyway. Remember, staying safe online is less about technology and more about good judgment. So be smart, be skeptical, and may the odds forever be in your favor. Speaking of checking URLs, before you download anything, software, a movie, or any other file online, Know that there could always be some malware in it that could steal or wreck your computer. Also, you might want to create separate email accounts for different purposes. One for general use, like for supermarkets or contests, and one for personal correspondence with friends or family, and one for government, health, or financial purposes, things like that. This way, even if your general email gets hacked, your other accounts will be safe, less damage overall. Last but not least, always keep an eye on your online accounts. Look out for any security warnings or other alerts in your email. For instance, if there are any attempts to access your account from an unknown location or failed attempts to change your password, it might be a bit of work, but that's where services like Aura come in handy. They monitor the entire web for your information, even the dark web, and they check your social media accounts for any suspicious activity. Even stuff that may violate the social media rules so you won't get kicked out. Okay, by now you're in the top 20% of internet users when it comes to cybersecurity smarts, but why stop there? I've been a cybersecurity geek for a really long time, and I've rubbed shoulders with some real pros in the game. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that cybersecurity nerds can be super paranoid. All of us have these funky tricks up our sleeves, which you might find a bit extreme. So I thought I'd share some of the wackiest methods my friends use to stay safe online. My friend Emma swears by something called data poisoning. And no, it's not about adding rat poison to her passwords. Sorry, I couldn't resist. What she does is she deliberately gives websites the wrong information when they don't need her real details. That way, even if there is a data leak, the info spilled is useless. These days, Apple gives you the option to create email aliases. So every time you have to sign up for anything, you can do so using an automatically generated email ID. Smart, right? But not that weird, you say? Well, hold on to your hats. My buddy Jacob takes things to another level. He uses a virtual machine all the time. It's like having a computer within a computer. He surfs the web, checks an email, all from within this laptop that doesn't technically exist. If anything goes wrong inside the virtual machine, his real computer stays safe. Now, some folks use virtual machines for risky stuff, but Jacob uses it for everything, all the time. The next one's a bit of a blast from the past. Brace yourself. A cousin of mine who shall remain unnamed for the sake of Thanksgiving dinners, you know what he did? He once sprinkled glitter on his keyboard because he suspected his partner at the time was trying to track his keyboard strokes to get his Facebook passwords. Why glitter? So that it'll be stuck on their fingers and he can catch them, I guess, glitter-handed? Oof. Anyway, don't go ordering glitter off Amazon now. Just practice what we discussed. And maybe even invest in a cybersecurity solution like an identity theft protection service. Aura, the one that I use, takes care of most of the safety practices we discussed. It's such a relief to know that all this crazy safety stuff is being taken care of and I don't have to do anything. Check the description below. I'll keep updating it with the latest and best way to stay safe online, and I do have an Aura discount for you guys down there at the time of filming. And listen, stay safe out there.